And going live. And going live. Yes. Oh, but that's a thing. Hello? All right, that I think was my fault. I think I just hung up because I was moving stuff around. And with that, let's start the stream.
All right.
Hello, Lucky Bat. Hello, Craig Turpin. Hello, Craig Turpin. And hello, Joey Flores.
Wow. That was quite the experience to have already.
Let me check if I set everything up correctly. It looks like my camera is frozen. So...
Yeah, I see everything normally.
But there's no movement going on?
I see everything normally. So I see movement.
Okay, you see movement. My OBS screen is frozen. Let me see, did that work?
Oh.
Is my YouTube frozen, though? My YouTube is also frozen. Good.
Oh my gosh.
But it's not frozen for you guys. Interesting.
Oh. It looks like the it looks like the phone camera doesn't work.
That's what I meant. All right. Let me just real quick restart that. Although it does say it's connected. But it's not. It lies.
That's rude.
It is. My computer dropped dead right after I set up the stream tonight. So, and I'm now at 29%. So, and it's been about a minute. Oh, do I have to... Okay, that should have stopped. Do I have to set up a new camera? Add...
Maybe.
Boom. Boom. Is that... Yep, it looks like that'll work. My old camera's dead. Long live the new camera.
Long live the new cam. Ah, that's amazing.
Transform. Nope. All right. See, this is a little behind the scenes action. This is something that everyone gets to see.
Yeah, a lot of other people, they have it just working. Oh, now there's an echo. Gotta make sure to turn that off.
Yes, there is an echo. Hold on 1 second. Because I just added a new iPhone camera. All right. The echo should be fixed now. Yes, it should be vertical. I'm trying a new thing actually. If you all could just flip your computer, then it would be correct.
Yep.
Transform. Flip vertically. All right, that's correct, but inverted and upside down. Okay, that's not correct. None of this is correct. Flip 180. Okay, we're good, but we're inverted still. Transform. Flip horizontally. No, that wasn't right either. Transform. All right, now flip vertically. I shouldn't mess with the flips. The flips are never going to be correct. It always needs to be a rotation move, but... All right.
Wow.
This all could have been avoided if my Mac had just realized I had plenty of power left, but it pooped out on me.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta poop.
Sometimes you just gotta poop.
They can't see you, though.
No, they can't, because my arrangement is wrong. Okay. My camera arrangement. There we go. Here, I'm going to go ahead and delete camera device 1, because now we're operating off of camera device 2. So I'm just going to remove that. Great. That was a risk, too. That could have just shut everything down. Vertical echo sounds like a band.
It does. A little bit of that vertical
I liked vertical echo until they sold out. Okay, so you guys want to hear a fun story from this morning? Little moment in my life. So I was hopping in the shower and I was washing my hair, and a quarter fell out of my hair.
A quarter? How was there a quarter in your hair?
I don't know. It must have been in my pocket, and over the course of the night, it just made its way up.
I think the quarter was always there.
I just remember in the showers, clunk! What was that? The quarter. I also had my pants on in the shower, though, so that could have been it as well.
Yeah.
That's how I wash my clothes, actually.
You like to hit them both at the same time.
Yeah. I also wash myself with laundry detergent and bleach. So.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's how my day started.
Yeah, imagine then you're going to start live streaming and then your computer craps out on you and then you have to flip your camera a bunch of times. That'd be pretty wild.
Well, Craig Turpin, I'm pretty sure, because I know what a quarter falling out of my ass feels like. I would have recognized that.
I know what that's like. Oh my god.
That wouldn't have taken me by surprise.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Little corn red. I'm gonna need some more corn red. This top 10 G-Dub colors, corn red is one of them. Absolutely love it. It's kind of a brown red. It's a very, very nice dark red. And you know what? I really like Evil Sun Scarlet too. Not every GW color is poopy, but a lot of them are.
I mean, I think you just lost a bunch of people just by saying that.
All GW paints are bad. Paul Warner Green, thank you.
Thanks so much.
What video in specific? Do you have any video in specific you really enjoyed? Is it the new stuff, the old stuff?
It's a great question. All the stuff.
All the stuff.
Green stuff.
Brown stuff. Do I have a ratio for my spackling? I mostly use spackling to make into texture paste.
I think probably the texture paste ratio.
Yeah, maybe. I usually just say I put it in there. Usually it's like 50% texture paste, 20% fine grained sand, 20% glue, and then the last of it's probably made up with inks. But it's mostly spackle. And you can mix different ratios to get different effects. Like if you kind of want like a swampy or sandy paste, you want to add a lot more glue. And if you want like a really, really rigid spackle, then you add more sand and less glue and more spackle. That was a weak burp. I'm sorry, guys.
That was a weak burp.
You guys deserve better. I don't think I've had anything carbonated today, though.
Speaking of carbonated,
yeah,
I got something carbonated right over here.
I wish
We got a burp water.
maybe I'll go to Sam's one of these days. We're not shooting a video and pick up a
I can't even. I can't even imagine
pick up
that
a
right
few
now.
gallons. Oh, the video we have in store for you guys. You don't even know. You don't even
It's
know.
really great. This this week of videos is particularly strong.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like
Right out of the gate. You guys, I mean, we're gonna knock your
Right out of
socks off on Monday, and Wednesday, and Friday. After that, the videos will suck for a while, but this week's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, Paul Warner Green is working on the swamp base at the moment. Yeah, you should post it if you should post it no matter what.
Yeah, and tag us so we see it.
Yes, very true.
I should actually give myself a plan for what I'm gonna do today. I am gonna paint his face. Here, let me move my camera a little closer so you guys can try to get a good look. Ah! Ah! I'm breaking the
Paul Warner
illusion.
Green. I sent my mate the recent broken stone tiles vid
Dusty tiles.
for his Blood Bowl dwarf team. Yeah, that'd be pretty neat.
What? Is there some sort of like a stabilization thing it tried to correct? I think it did.
Probably.
All right. Here, we're gonna fix this one right away. Rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise. Wrong. Okay. It was the other way.
Oh, I love that.
I can't wait to find that in settings and turn that off. All right, well, I guess I can't go wrong if I just keep going counterclockwise. Okay, here we go. Boom.
Man.
Everything in the
You know, I
world
really
is
think
a
that-
setting.
I feel like we need more camera rotations in every stream.
Yes.
I really like what we've created in this one.
Right. My go-to paints for skulls is a base coat of Vallejo chocolate brown from their model color range, and then I go in with some Beastie Brown, which I believe is basically Mournfang Brown from the GW line, and then I finish it off with some Vallejo Bone White, and then I usually throw just a little bit of white paint in there as a top highlight.
Eons of
Pretty
rotations.
much. Pretty much.
Oh man.
Chocolate brown is one of my favorite colors, and part of the reason why I love it so much is because it's poop. This is the color of poop, and they thought we can't call it that. What are we gonna call it? Chocolate brown.
Yeah. I think it's very nice of them.
Poop is one of those foods. Same going in as coming out.
Poop is one of those foods.
Chocolate. That's- I had poop. I had.
I mean, I think we just learned a little bit about you just
Mhm.
now.
I had my poopsicles on the brain.
Yeah. Oh man. Chocolate rain. Chocolate rain. Paul Warner Green. I missed the start. Have you airbrushed or just undercoated then brush painted?
I did a bunch of airbrushing. I airbrushed a black primer, and then I did a dark gray highlight on the rider and on the bike. And I airbrushed this stripe using some lighter gray. After that, everything has been with a brush. But I do think I'm going to be airbrushing his shoulder pads. I'm gonna do some masking with Silly Putty, and then I'm gonna airbrush because I want a lovely gradient, and I don't want to do it with a brush because I'm lazy, and I have an airbrush. And this Mornfang brown is deciding to be real thick, so I've got to throw in a little acrylic medium.
Thrilling.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's why people watch, is the heart-pounding action.
Yeah, people really like the thinning paints.
Yeah.
That's one of the best parts. I mean, that's why I watch.
Properly thinning your paint is one of the most important and difficult things to do.
Yeah. I was very disappointed. We got a comment on a video saying that if you have to buy a paint that you have to thin, you're doing it wrong. And I really wanted to comment back to that, because that doesn't even make any sense. But they deleted the comment. I like to think that somebody cyberbullied them.
Yeah.
Into getting rid of that comment. But it was interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely wrong. Like, there's no paint in the world right out of the pot that you don't need to thin. And if you think there is, you're wrong. All paint needs to be thinned. Also, while I wait for his head to dry, I am going to paint all of the little bones in his reliquary. Which someone in the comments had a really good point about, apparently religious reliquaries often had finger bones. Which is absolutely true. I remember reading about that when I was researching some of the props from Guillermo del Toro's movie Hellboy.
I liked your idea though that it was baby bones.
Yeah, it is baby bones.
That was just more fun.
Paul Warner Green. I'm debating wet palette versus airbrush. I find a lot of demos need an airbrush, but do you do painting without airbrush? Often I paint without an airbrush. It's two different things. The airbrush doesn't do what a paintbrush does. A paintbrush can kind of do what an airbrush does, but not as quickly, not as efficiently. So I would suggest definitely a wet palette and maybe an airbrush too. I mean, the wet palette is a pretty cheap investment. It's a plate or something flat and waterproof, a paper towel, and a piece of parchment paper. And that's it. You might be able to make one right now.
I would
out
definitely
of your kitchen supplies.
Yeah. I definitely would start there. And then maybe see if you want to get into airbrushing.
You could even watch a YouTube video about that from a certain YouTube channel.
Yeah. We may have a video on that. We may have a video on both of those subjects. Dr. Drokel had a message retracted, and I really would love to have seen what it was.
A little too hot for YouTube.
It must have been.
Maybe his computer died at 30%.
That makes sense. Pangberg Dark said it's better than thinning hair. Thinning paint.
Interesting. No need to thin testers. Just open the bottle and dip the minion head first. I feel like you're supposed to...
Yeah.
Aren't you supposed to thin testers too, though? Like, it's enamel paint.
No! Dip it in head first.
No, yeah, you're right. My mistake.
Yeah, jeez. Someone's being a silly goose today.
My chaplain is a member of the Black Templar Space Marines. The only true legion. The Swords of Sigismund. The meanest Space Marine chapter this side of the Mississippi.
They also have a Mississippi and 40k.
Yes.
This side of the Mississippi.
Zerg619, hello.
Hey.
Paul Green, salamanders are like the wishy-washy good guys. They're over there saving civilians, keeping planet safe. The Black Templar are over here getting stuff done.
Yeah, that's what you really want.
Yeah, well, you wasted your time rescuing that village. We exterminatus to planet because there was a psyker on board. It is interesting that the most friendly heroic Space Marine chapter, the Salamanders, their ticket to fame is their flamers, which is like a war crime.
Yeah, that's a little odd.
Who are the biggest good guys, the Salamanders or the Lamenters? Definitely the Salamanders. I mean, Vulcan Heaston is practically a saint, and the Lamenters are the underdogs, but they're not necessarily the good guys. And they're currently sentenced to a penitent crusade for accidentally aligning themselves with a fallen chapter. So, not a amazing track record. The Lamenters are awesome, though.
Painbird Dark. Someone needs to summon Kilgore Void.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're supposed to hear some stories, some theme park stories.
I hope he was a carny.
Or as we like to say, oh, 100%.
The Lamenters are a Space Marine chapter. I think they are they're definitely a second founding chapter, also known as the Cursed Founding. They are a successor to the Blood Angels, I believe. Or no, second founding is all made up of chapters. Is the second founding all made up of chapters from the Chaos Gene Seeds? They share a lot of similarities with the Blood Angels, but their colors are yellow and red, and they are the eternal underdogs. Basically, everything they do fails or backfires. Every plan they have fails. They are just unbelievably unlucky. They're cursed. But because they're the underdogs, they tend to come across very heroic.
Everyone loves a good underdog.
Hello from the EOB fan club, and the Scary Stories movie wasn't that good. Man, you guys are 0 for 2. Unless you watched all the paranormal movies, then you're 0 for like 7.
I think they said yesterday like 1 and 3.
Yeah, the problem with the paranormal movies is nothing happens and they're boring.
Yeah, they watched all of them.
My condolences.
And yes, 1 and 3 were the best.
So 2 was a stinker. And the rest of them. I don't think they're on Netflix anymore, but REC is an excellent, excellent horror series. What's some good horror on Netflix? Or on Netflix? The Void. I liked The Void. Nice creature feature. Little cosmic horror.
Kilgore Void?
Yes. Yes, a glass moved by itself. Holy cow.
That's pretty spooky.
I forget the comedian, but they were talking about the movie Poltergeist and how it's based on a true story. But the script writer was probably interviewing the family, and the family was like, "Yeah, so like one night we heard this noise," and then the script writer's like, "Bees flew out of the TV."
That's wonderful.
Yeah, we heard like a noise. A pig demon is in your attic. Ooh, you know what's a really good horror movie? The Exorcist 3. Not The Exorcist 2. We're not talking about Pazuzu. The Exorcist 3 is phenomenal. The Haunting of Hill House. I don't remember if I've seen that one. I love Let Me In. That's a great movie. I don't remember if I saw Let Me In or Let the Right One In, but it is great. Friday the 13th Part 5. Is that the one where Jason goes to space? Or no, that's not. Halloween is Myers. Is Halloween 5 the one with LL Cool J? No. It's Busta Rhymes.
LL Cool J.
It's Busta Rhymes.
Oh my god. Even better.
Haunting of Hill House. You should look up the movie The Exorcism of it's like the Exorcism of Deborah Morgan, I think is what it's called. It's a great movie. It's found footage. It's real spooky. It's real good. And I watched it on Netflix. Who knows? Netflix changes so frequently, and I probably watched it like 3 years ago, but damn, that's a fine movie. Craig Turpin. Emily Jane? The Exorcism of Emily Jane? Jason X in space! Wait, what's going on? House of Wax. MG. I don't know if friend request or unfriended was all right. It was a little poopy. And I give horror movies a lot of slack because they're usually not great works of art in, the more traditional filmmaking sense. But if they gotta be scary and they gotta move. They can't let you sit for too long.
You got to be entertained. Zerg 619 is building a shock trooper papercraft template.
I don't even know what a shock trooper is. Isn't that Star Wars? I remember you could play a shock trooper in Battlefront. I don't think that's a 40k thing.
It's Cadian.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not up on my Imperial Guard or Astra Militarum, as Games Workshop would like us to call them.
Yes, as they say.
Woman in Black with Harry Potter's pretty good.
And then Joey Flores. Question on your setup, by the way. Are you using a capture card and camera?
We are using a camera.
We are using a camera. That's just a good old-fashioned iPhone right into the old computer.
It's my iPhone.
Yeah.
You guys got the undistracted me
setup.
I cannot take calls
or texts or anything.
Dr. Trokel,
although
is Tremors 6 on Netflix now? No, is it Tremors 7? It's got to be Tremors 7. Are you talking about Tremors 6, like Arctic Chill, or Tremors 7 that's set in the jungle? I'm a big fan of Tremors. I'm one of 3 people who watched the Tremors TV series when it was on TV for that week.
Oh my god.
Is Tremors a B movie? I feel like it's a creature feature. A B movie kind of implies like low budget, straight to video. I don't know exactly what the definition of a B movie is. Tremors Shrieker Island! Oh, that's absolutely Tremors 7. Let me tell you about the Tremors series for a little bit. Tremors 1 is perfection. Tremors 1 is Jaws set during the day. It's absolutely phenomenal. Every man, woman, and child on Earth should watch it. Tremors 2 is a pretty good sequel. It went straight to video, but it's still okay. The special effects are, I think, just as good. The new creature is a lot of fun, and the cast is pretty great. One returning cast member, Grady from the first movie, but still a great movie. Tremors 3, it's fine. It takes you back to the original town. You meet some of the old faces. It's all right. Worth a watch. Tremors 4, pretty darn good. They do a really interesting thing. This was pre
9/11.
I don't think, but it was pre what's that dumb horror TV show? They change it up every year, but it's the same cast. American Horror Story. American Horror Story, they keep the cast, but they rotate the story. In Tremors 4, they keep a lot of the same cast, but Tremors 4 is set, I think, a few years after the Civil War. And so it's great. It's like a Wild West cowboy movie with graboids. Absolutely phenomenal. Tremors 5 is garbage, but it has Michael Gross, so it's still a little bit of fun. They have no budget anymore. The movie is set in South Africa because they filmed it in South Africa. Because, I don't know, the labor laws there make movies really cheap. Tremors 6 is also set in South Africa, but it supposedly takes place in... It supposedly takes place in the Arctic. But they say, wow, this is incredible. It's a really, really hot summer this year in the Arctic because they're still in South Africa and there's no snow. So they tint the entire movie blue to make you think it's a little cold. It's incredible.
Wow.
The movie opens with people running around in like parkas, and you for a split second you think they're in a frozen tundra, and then you realize they're running around in sand dunes, and they've color graded the film to make it look a little like snow.
That's insane.
And it's also really bad. And so I cannot wait to watch Tremors 7, Shrieker Island. Also, in Tremors 6 and 7, they changed the creature design, which seems dumb because the Tremors monsters are iconic. But I think they're also expensive, and the new Graboid designs are 100% CGI when they used to use practical effects. Yeah,
that would do it.
So if you're a fan, I think 6 and 7 are probably worth a watch. If not, you can skip them. You can just skip them. Tremor 7's kind of fun just for the audacity of the filmmaking. Not horror, but a movie that I never see get love, which stars Fred Ward. Yeah. Earl Grady, I think, in the Tremors movie. Remo Williams, The Legend Begins. I definitely have not seen that. The new Dune movie looks dope. I didn't see the old Dune movie. I own the first Dune book. I haven't gotten around to reading it. Probably never will. But it looks cool. I like sci-fi. I like movies, so seems right up my alley.
Mm-hmm.
I know Dune people get a little uppity about their precious magnum opus, but I don't like American Horror Story. I watched some of it. I liked some of it. I didn't like most of it. It's not.
What do you think is your favorite? Favorite season of the ones that you watched?
The Asylum, I think.
I love Asylum.
I don't remember a lot of Asylum, but I remember enjoying it.
I don't remember anything besides enjoying Asylum.
The only thing is, it's not scary for like 60 hours.
No.
Also,
I met the art director for the first few seasons.
Ah.
He's a very interesting guy. He stopped after Hotel because they started strong-arming him into design decisions that he didn't want to be a part of. So then he quit after Hotel.
I watched the first one, The House, Murder House. I watched Asylum, and I watched Freak Show. And Freak Show's good.
I
liked it, but I don't know. I get really emotional when things are unfair. And that's like the show. And it's the wrong emotions. I don't like it. It makes me angry. And then when things don't work out, I keep being angry. So that's just why I don't like the show. Because the way they keep it going is they're like, oh my god, she just got away from the killer and now she's in the house. Oh no, but the house is booby trapped. And oh no, the cops didn't find her and now they're leaving. And oh no, it turns out her friend is evil and trying to kill her. And oh no, like it just keeps going. At least a regular horror movie, you know it's gonna wrap up in a timely manner.
That is something, I think, where it's a lot of hours of content.
And I get why it's good.
So it does everything.
I get why it's good.
So it really stretches everything out. Warner Green. No, it's classic horror rather than jump scares all the time.
What is classic horror rather than jump scares all the time?
American Horror Story.
I guess. I guess that's true, but it's just not scary forever. You know, like the great thing about, you know, the person, you know, wandering around and you don't know what's around the next corner is because like the movie builds up to that. But when the TV show is just that's every episode.
Dr. Jokel likes Hotel.
I don't think I saw Hotel.
And I didn't watch Hotel. That's where I stopped. And Lady Gaga was fairly decent in it. Lady Gaga's a very talented lady.
Yeah, Lady Gaga's the bomb.
What's your favorite Lady Gaga song?
Oh no, wait, I think I might be thinking of Katy Perry. She didn't do Fireworks, right? No. I like that song. That song's awesome. when you're running and that comes on, you're running a little faster.
Yeah. And your tits bounce a little harder. But yeah, I like Lady Gaga's Boys, Boys, Boys.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Kim Jong-un likes the fireworks song also.
I actually kind of really liked the movie, what's it called? The Visit? Or The Interview? The Interview. Usually I don't like Seth Rogen at all, but I liked him in that. I like that whole movie. I like when Kim Jong-un assures James Franco that he in fact does poop.
Wow. I couldn't get the Chaplain on bike here in Australia. Might have to wait a little longer. That is BS.
I think I did hear, though, that some countries are getting stuff a little late because the GW factories are in a tizzy.
It's all those build-to-order Indomituses. Domini?
Indomititis.
Indomititis?
Tension rather than murder, parentheses, hot fuzz? Hot Fuzz is one of the greatest movies ever made. Unless, is that a quote? I don't think that's a quote from Hot Fuzz, though. Paul Warner Green, what you talking about Hot Fuzz? Yes, the fake grocery stores. I like when Eminem comes out as gay in the interview. That was my favorite.
Oh my God.
Paul Warner. Hot Fuzz is murder, murder, murder. Paul Warner Green, you are wrong. Hot Fuzz is parody. It's parody of action movies. It starts out with the action hero cop being moved into a tiny little village, and he does not carry a gun. And his
It's a
is it
quote.
a quote? It's not murder, murder, murder. I don't remember. It's all I watch that movie constantly. It's not murder, murder, murder. I don't remember that.
Yep.
Don't forget the fake fat kids. Oh yeah. I need to rewatch the interview. See, what usually happens in a Seth Rogen, James Franco movie is they're weirdly the cool guys, and that's not funny. When they're just losers, it's funny.
Yeah. Craig Turpin. Goodbye.
Bye, Craig. Yeah.
See you later. Remember, I mean, it's completely different, but remember when we watched Popstar?
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
Popstar was great. Popstar was shockingly good.
Oh my God, I couldn't believe how good that was. But it's the similar vein,
It is.
I would say.
It is. To the interview, for sure. That's my husband's penis. Or no, that's my fiance's penis.
Yeah, full-on dong shot.
Yeah.
I could not believe it. You don't see that in a
And
movie
he signs the dong.
normally. And he signs it. Absolutely wild.
Yeah, and that movie did not get enough love when it came out. Popstars is great. I don't think you can get it anywhere. But,
Yeah, you probably have to buy it.
yeah.
I think we pirated it.
So too. Everyone, like, watch the movie and then go watch 100 Lonely Island videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, just leave the Lonely Island playlist running while you're watching it.
Yeah, because I remember when it came out, we must have been in high school or something. And I remember it was like the biggest thing. There's ads everywhere for it. And it came out and no one talked about it ever again.
Pretty much. It is a skull helmet. Chaplains wear a lot of skull imagery.
Skulldry.
Now you can spam. We got no rules here. Yeah, you guys can do whatever you want. Like post, Russian wives, scams. It's all good.
Yeah. Yeah, post scam
Yeah.
websites. I mean, people already do on our
Mhm.
videos. So I feel like during the live stream is just the next
Mhm.
step of the operation.
Yes, it is the Emperor's death mask. I'm sure the Emperor would be like, that's not what I look like. Although it is now a little bit, because he lost a lot of weight.
Someone in the comments of the unboxing video was a little fussy about that it's like that model's not posable
I did, yeah,
enough.
I responded to that.
Do you think that that's true?
No.
Ah, you did.
So here's the thing about monopose and Dr. Drokel, is that boobies? I love it. So here's the thing with monopose versus multipose. I don't think either one is better than the other. Because think about the orc kit. The orc boys kit. Completely customizable, but they all look equally bad, right? All the torsos are identical, all the arms are identical, all the legs are identical, and you can kind of decide, well, this guy's going to have an arm up and an arm down, and the other guy's going to have an arm up and an arm down. But even though this is kind of a monopose model, I mean, the arms are separate, the torso is separate, the head's separate, both legs are separate, the backpack is separate. The ass is in the seat, but this is the ass you'd want anyway. This is a Primaris bike. So I think this kit is going to go together and look beautiful. And if you want to go nuts and convert, you got all your options there anyway. So I think... And like if you look at modern kits like the Sisters of Battle or the Chaos Space Marine kit, it's monopose, but you get so many different dynamic poses while still keeping all of your weapon options. I think it's better. And Games Workshop has shown us that they continue to make monopose and multipose kits. So I don't think it's a big deal. And back in the Dizay, everything was monopose because everything was either metal or resin.
Yep. It's very true. You're right though. It like the orc kit it's an illusion of choice.
It's all shades of all right.
Kind of. Yeah.
Same with the old same with the old Space Marine set. Like, ooh, I'm gonna have this guy holding a grenade, and I'm gonna have this guy holding a gun. Whereas the new stuff, you get like a guy jumping over debris, you got a guy taking cover, you got a guy holding rifle at attention. Like, they're kind of canned poses, but they're good poses. If they were multi-part, or if they were like posable Eldar Harlequins, they probably wouldn't look as awesome as the Harlequins leaping through the air.
There are some really tiny models.
The one thing I don't like is when they sculpt things in a way where it's like you don't have a lot of options. Like when the cape is like attached to the legs too. So it's like, all right, I gotta use most of the same parts, and then I can like just swap the head. I like this. I think is fine. You got your legs, your torso, your arms, your head's all different. Usually though, they're pretty good about that. Like, you might maybe on like I think the Chaos or the Space Marine Terminator Sergeant is kind of one piece, and you have to build him that way. But I don't know. He also looks cool. And I think there's a few different Terminator captains, and you can even build a Terminator captain out of the Terminator box. So, kind of no problem.
Mm-hmm.
More active poses are great when a lot of them balance on their hair, though it makes it unbelievable. Is that the new... Are you talking about the new, like, John Czar? Eldar? She may be attached by her hair? I don't remember. That might be what you're talking about. I tend to think of it as, like... It's not a literal pose. Like, if you look at every single Harlequin foot is making contact with something, but in reality, they're flying through the air. The thing attached to the foot is just necessity. The model can't float. But in reality, the poses are leaping through the air. So for me, I'm fine suspending my disbelief and believing, I don't know, in the magic of the model maker.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I just make
magnets and batteries and...
Yeah. That's why I was so glad when they switched to the 32 millimeter
more room
bases.
to hide them batteries.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to mod it a lot to make it better. Whatever floats your boat. One of these days, one day, I will be picking up a kill team's worth of Eldar Harlequins.
Or maybe you already did. Could that be the secret kill team? Or is it Tau?
It's Tau. It's Tower Harlequins.
I think, in my mind,
it's actually Tau allied with Harlequins. Speaking of burps, it is 9:59, so pop it in the chat or keep it to yourself until tomorrow, because we'll be wrapping up shortly.
Yeah. Put out an Amber Alert for October Void.
What's up with our buddy? Oh, the Harlequins are so good. Such good models.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah! Dr. Joke coming through, up on our burp count.
Burp. Our BPM is high. Yeah, Joey Flores, you have a good night as well.
You know what? Have a bad night. You have good nights all the time. Ooh. Have a bad night. Yeah.
Have a horrible night.
Tossing and turning. Can't find the comfortable spot on the pillow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Your dog gets skunked. Just all the horrible things all at the same time. Eons burps. Full auto.
All right, everyone. Good night. Sweet dreams.
All right. Good nights.
Yeah.
Be back tomorrow. 9 time.